So we run there, and we're coming out here, and nobody was around because this massive storm is coming, flooding and everything else. And here comes this guy without a shirt on, and he comes walking right up, and he's like, "Oh, you fall out," and he starts talking like he was French, and he was from France on vacation. And I'm like, I'm gonna interview this guy.
Wow.
So we did, and it's a really fun interview. But things like that happen all the time. There are so many pictures of me with tourists all over the world, because wherever we go, and you know how it is. Not Red Rock, but Utah. Zion, yes. I couldn't move around Zion without group after group after group taking pictures. And it was Christmas Eve when we did that. But it's that kind of thing. And by the way, I wouldn't have it any other way. I have so much fun, and so many kids come up and respond to the pictures. I spend more time if I'm at a known location taking pictures than I do my other videos. It's so much fun, and I can't thank Bethesda enough for letting me do this. So I started, and I thought, how long is it going to be before I get a letter cease and desist? But it didn't happen, and we actually have a really good relationship with them. They are very supportive of fan concepts, as these guys are, and that's a wonderful thing. Anyway, no, I think
we can just give another round of applause for thank you. I'm just happy to be a part of this, and again, my name is Noah. I go by the Scenic Gamer, though, is probably what more people know me as on social media. And my story a little bit is I play video games in the most scenic and amazing places around the world. So that was my one big idea. You know, once I got this TV, I'm like, this could really be something. So I kind of put my all into it. A little over a year ago is when I started the page. So like I said, I'm a former school teacher, and I just loved traveling. Like I even had a travel page before I thought of this. And I'm like, I'm going to try to like cater my niche of gaming into this as well, by going to real life locations or just locations that have the same aesthetic. So, for example, we played like some Zelda games in the Grand Canyon, Pokemon, you know, that was one of our things there. So it's just this kind of revolutionized the whole gaming and travel sphere, gives you a new outlook on it. And the one who helps me with everything is right over there, my brother, Scenic Skunk. He's been with me since day one. That's basically the extent of our team outputting all the stuff we have on social media. So, yeah, the page started, and one of the first ideas we had was to play GTA 5, because we're based in Los Angeles, in some of the actual locations. And that's kind of where that idea of playing games in the actual spots started. And back in that time, about a year ago, I pitched an idea to him. I'm like, you know, what if we did this across the entire country, all 50 states? And he kind of laughed it off. And then come spring of the next year, I find myself planning this entire trip for 3.5 months to just travel the entire country and play a different game in each state. Half of it by myself, half of it with other people coming along with me for the ride. So these are some pictures, some of my favorite spots. So, for example, we played Spider-Man in Times Square. That was nuts. So if you guys want to see like any of those, we're uploading everything, all the behind-the-scenes vlogs to YouTube. They're on my Instagram, everything else. That top one, we were in Alaska, where we played Skyrim, Red Dead Redemption, Brother Bear. We had to worry about bears all the time, so we had bear spray on us up there. We went to the last blockbuster in the world. My dad and I, who's on the bottom right there. That was in Oregon. Yeah, and the top right, that was in Hawaii, the last stop, the 50th state with my mom and sister. Of course, that's the only state they chose to come with me was Hawaii. They wanted the beaches there. But yeah, I had so many different adventures along the way, and it took so much planning to make all this stuff happen, and I couldn't have done it without all the help I received from my brother and just all of the people who follow the page and are giving me these recommendations of games to play in each spot. Which brings me to Fallout. To be completely transparent, I had never played a Fallout game before my 50-state trip. So I was just recommended to me by some followers. I'm like, okay, I'm definitely going to look into this. They're saying, we started in California, so Nevada was our second state. And I'm like, okay, these people are telling me to play Fallout New Vegas, I guess I'll do that. So I booted up the game on our way to Vegas, where we're planning to play on the Strip. But little did I know, wait, I'll go to that slide first. little did I know that you can't reach New Vegas right away in the game.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, this is trouble. So I'm looking up videos about how to get to New Vegas, but I was like a speed runner for a little bit getting to New Vegas, and we made it happen. And that was our first experience with Fallout, kind of grinding the game right before we got there. We played it right on the strip, and it was just the most incredible experience. We had so many people come up to us. But that was only the start. From there, we went to all these other spots. Fallout 76 was my second one that we did. Harper's Ferry was a location I really wanted to get to for a long time. And little did I know for this game, it would cause me so much trouble. I didn't know you had to be online to play the game, first off. So this causes a whole other issue. I'd say 95% of my games, I don't have like an online presence, when connecting to internet, because I'm out in nature, in the wilderness. So I had a Starlink that helped me there. And I had downloaded the game a week before, and as I booted up out there with my Starlink the morning of, it says it needs an update. So I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm scheduled to travel to Washington, D.C. the next day. I'm like, this is crazy. So it took 12 hours to download the update. It ended up being at like 2 a.m. it finally downloaded. Then, of course, I've never played the game. So I'm playing the game, trying to get to this exact spot in Harper's Ferry till like 4 a.m. I get an hour's sleep, wake up at sunrise because you can only film on this at sunrise or sunset with old TV. And we made it happen still. And that was all by myself. It was a crazy adventure. We also had Fallout 3 with my dad in Washington, D.C. I made him play this a little bit too. He kind of likes the idea of the game. But anyway, just the planning with all of these. I'm scouting all the spots during the day, like where would be the best spot to capture Fallout, which these guys are such experts on. And I had no knowledge of that, so I'm like going to these spots as I'm traveling. It's taking a lot of time and planning. So we made it happen there outside the U.S. Capitol building. And then in Boston for Fallout 4, we were right outside of, I think it's like the State House is what it's called right there. So it was just so epic, and I'm just so happy to have been introduced to the series, and my love for it has grown every single day. Like this past week, I've been playing the whole Fallout New Vegas, and yes, last night we were gaming down in front of the saloon. This morning in front of Bison Steve's. Like it's been so fantastic, and just to be a part of this community. I know I'm newer. It's been so welcoming, and I thank you all for having me as part of that. And I got just a little video to show you some of the adventures that I've taken. All the behind the scenes is on YouTube if you guys want to go watch it. And I also record every gameplay, so you can just watch the gameplay with like the scenic backdrop too. Right. I didn't know it would be that exact when I saw the location, and I grinded the game the night before. I'm like, I found this spot, thank God. No, I didn't. The sunrise out there was unbelievable. My dad loves vlogging on the camera, so yeah. My favorite part about this is all the people who come up and ask questions and I meet along the way. It's just, the community is just so great for the Fallout. I think that the TV is probably the first CRT to have been gamed on in all 50 states, so it's kind of a piece of history. Oh yeah, right there. I didn't have Goofy come up to me, thank God. They thought I was flying a drone over. I was like, no, it's the game. Yeah, so that's it. Thank you guys so much. The Fallout's just scratching the surface too. I've probably done every game you can think of in their actual locations around the country. So
Have you done Far Cry 4?
Far Cry 4 we did do, and Far Cry 5 we were in Montana. Far Cry 3 is that the one on the island? I think we did in
Yes.
Hawaii. Yeah, so we've got some locations for that too. So thank you guys.
So let me, questions for these guys or anything? Questions about real world?
Yeah, so why? What inspired you guys to just go around the country and even the world just to play video games in appropriate locations?
For, I will let we will all answer that question. It's a great question. For me, I love traveling to begin with, and to mix that with the gaming experience and to go out there and see it, because you can see it in the game or you can go online and see it in pictures, but to experience it firsthand and to share it with people in the community who some of you don't even know that they're in. The guy did the Fallout masks in Helvetia that I interviewed. He had no idea they used his masks in the game until I told him. And it's like when you go out there and engage the real world, it is the best experience. And what you learn and grow from it, that for me is what makes it worthwhile. Is to, and again, it goes with traveling, but I've always said you can't experience life or have a perspective on it until you get out into the real world and experience it. And that, by the way, I had this huge conversation I spent at the Atomic Testing Museum with the curator about that, why the Fallout community is one of the best communities. That's kind of part of it, because the Fallout community is very much about being social and sharing and giving. And it's like when you embrace them out there, you will meet them everywhere you go. I mean, it's going to make it easier. But that's what makes it worthwhile. So thank you. You guys?
I think just to echo that, it brings the game to life. That was the whole idea of my page, but actually just standing in these locations, it just, it's just so crazy to see where they're based on. And for me to play the games there, it's just, I'm so lucky to just have that experience and share with people. That's my goal. It's all about the people. So for people who can't travel, I think this probably goes for all of us. I just love sharing that with people who may never get to West Virginia, for example, to be able to share with those people online. So that's my biggest thing.
I agree with both of you. It's just about sharing that, outside where you are, your locations are inspired by the game. Places like game. It's just kind of a unique experience to really see that come together. And being able to experience two different worlds, I guess, at the same time. So it's really nice.
Somebody else? Yes.
So this is a question for everyone. What is the future content that you guys are working on? Projects that we can look forward to?
I'll start with that one. And I just finished the last trash episode. Because as you guys are well aware, it's all out of pocket for us.
Yeah.
It gets expensive. And now the reason I'm here, I'm the GM of the organization that plans this event and another one, which you're going to hear about real soon. But my time is so stretched now, I can't do it. I want to do it. But he's already doing Washington, Kate's doing amazing stuff with Vegas. I did what I could. When I finished West Virginia, it was like, it came full circle. And I was happy with that. So I'm putting the show to rest. And we're moving on to, I do, in addition to the travel show, I do a sitcom that's a machinima we shoot in 76. And by the way, if you go to my channel, if your kids are watching, they can watch the travel show all they want. The machinima is a little more adult. So, but no more adult in the game, it's just like that. But that, we're moving on to do a podcast, it's a prequel to that. So I do have another project, but it's not a travel project. And it's been the most special time of my life doing the travel show. And Bethesda has been so supportive of it, and it's just, I want to keep going, but part of me is like, let it go where it is now, because it ended on really good. So for me, that's it. So how about you,
I guess kind of to echo on that, everything that I've done so far has come out of my own savings. So like traveling all those 50 states and everything. So I'm currently just trying to see that takes us next a lot. I think for my future, definitely international travel. Hopefully play some games from around the world is the biggest recommendation everyone wants to see. So I just need to figure out how to get that TV overseas and make that happen. So that's in the near future, as well as collaborating with other creators. I think is something I really want to get into more. So maybe playing games with some people out in the wild in different spots for me.
Me, as well. As you know, as you saw earlier, I have my hands in a lot of these things, so future-wise, I just need this location content. I just want to complete my series with the updated format and the website as well. And happy with that. Otherwise, I'm just moving on to like all my other facets. Maybe actually building a bulk with my house or something. We'll see where that goes. Yeah. So we'll see where that goes.
Anybody?
Heard about some stickers?
Kate said that, right?
No, you guys got some
Oh,
stickers.
and I've got stickers back there, just see me.
Now, really random, I did the first time I actually heard you guys even existed. But I know of you guys already say you kind of just want to like put this to rest and focus on other endeavors. Is there any chance